And a lot of times I'll add, and how I would address that from the Bible. I may add that to one of my messages to make sure I cover that. But if they hadn't said that critical word to me, I wouldn't even have known they had that problem, and that I might want to start addressing that when I teach on a particular, like when I teach on faith. So even though, what he said, I thought, man, this is a pastor of a church, and he doesn't even understand about faith for healing. And I got to thinking about it, and I thought, wow. He says, where in the Bible, in the New Testament, does it talk anything about faith for healing? I thought, well, I want to say, have you ever read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? They're called the four Gospels. Many times, Jesus would tell people, according to your faith, be it unto you, for healing, not to be born again, not for salvation. According to your faith, be it unto you. It said, according to how you have believed, let it be unto you. Remember what he told the one with the issue of blood? Your faith has healed you or made you whole. Then I thought, I guess he never read the book of James. Because in James, God says, if you're sick, call for the elders of the church, and they will pray the prayer of what? The prayer of faith. There it is again. Sounds like faith has something to do with receiving your healing, doesn't it? And of course, the Greek word for salvation is soteria, or sozo, S-O-Z-O. And that word is an all-inclusive word. It doesn't just mean to receive eternal life. Sozo, or salvation, means healing, deliverance, eternal life, prosperity, protection. How did you receive eternal life in sozo? By faith through God's grace. Well, see, the way to receive healing out of sozo, out of salvation, is by faith again. That's how you receive anything from God, is by faith. So really, it was kind of sad, because that amazed me that he would ask what seemed like a very, like a 3-year-old, a Christian that's a 3-year-old, but I would think would understand more of that if they had been reading the Bible, reading the Word. But that just shows how ignorant all of us can be and not even realize it. Why do you think that? Is it any wonder why Paul said, I've been praying exceedingly for you guys, night and day, for God to perfect your faith, for Him to complete, to adjust, to repair, to tweak your faith, wherever you need it tweaking. See, you may not need your faith perfected in the area of healing. You may be really, really developed there. But you may need your faith perfected in the area of faith for finances. Or you may be really developed there.